We are all hearing about AI constantly, right? And it seems like it always boils down to one single massive question. What on earth does this mean for my career? Well, today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're going to build a clear roadmap for your future in the age of AI.
I mean, this is the question on everyone's mind, isn't it? It can feel pretty daunting for sure, but the goal here is to shift from that feeling of uncertainty to a place of empowerment. So let's just dive right in.
First things first, AI isn't some far-off sci-fi concept anymore. It's here, it's now, and it is actively reshaping how we all work. This is a full-blown revolution happening in offices, factories, and creative studios all over the globe. To really get a grip on AI's impact, you need to understand two key ideas. On one side, you've got automation. That's where AI just takes over a task completely. But on the other, and this is so important, you have augmentation. That's where AI acts like your partner, your sidekick, making you better, faster, and smarter at whatever it is you do.
And we see automation everywhere already, right? Think about chatbots answering your basic questions online, or AI algorithms spotting market trends in literal seconds. It's also handling all that boring admin work and, of course, in manufacturing where robots are doing the repetitive stuff.
But it's not just about replacement. This brings us to this amazing idea of augmented intelligence. One source talked about a product analyst who used an AI tool to analyze a huge data set. A task that used to take them 45 minutes of grinding manual work was done in just a few minutes. That's not being replaced, that's getting a superpower. This kind of human-AI teamwork is quickly becoming the new normal.
Of course, we can't ignore the other side of this coin. With any massive tech shift, there's going to be disruption. And that brings us to the very real, very valid concern about jobs disappearing.
Just take a second and look at this number. 300 million. That's how many full-time jobs a Goldman Sachs report estimates could be automated by AI. It's a staggering figure, and it really just puts the scale of this change into perspective.
So who's most affected? Well, the data points to jobs that have a lot of routine, predictable tasks. We're talking about roles in customer service, accounting, and legal and admin support. You know, if a task follows a really clear, repeatable pattern, it's a prime candidate for automation.
Okay, so that's the challenge we're all facing. And yeah, it can feel a little intimidating. But it leads us to the most important question of all. What do we do about it? How can you make choices right now that are going to set you up for success? Let's get into the game plan. This brings us to the core strategy, how to build what we can call an AI-proof career. And this isn't about running and hiding from technology. It's about being smart and strategically positioning yourself with it. So what exactly is an AI-proof career? Our sources define it perfectly. It's basically a path that's tough to automate for one of two big reasons. Either you're one of the people actually building and managing the AI, or you're specializing in those complex, creative, and empathetic skills that AI, well, it just can't touch. So this gives us two main highways into the future of work. Path number one is the tech-focused route, where you really get your hands dirty with the technology itself. Path number two is the human-centered route, where you double down on all the stuff that makes us uniquely human. And look, neither one is better than the other. They are just two different but equally powerful strategies.
Let's break down path one. If you want to be one of the architects of the future, these are the fields to be in. We're talking about majors in AI, data science, robotics, and cybersecurity. This path puts you in the driver's seat. You're not just a user of the tools, you are literally creating, maintaining, and protecting the very systems that are changing our world. But what if coding isn't your jam? What if that's just not your passion? That brings us to the second and equally vital strategy. In a world that's getting filled with artificial intelligence, our own intelligence, our humanity, becomes our most valuable professional asset. And this is where majors that build up those deep human skills really shine. Think about the empathy a nurse or a therapist needs, the mentorship of a truly great teacher, the ethical judgment of a lawyer, or the critical thinking you get from studying philosophy. These are all things AI can maybe assist with, but it can never, ever truly replace them. This quote from one of our sources just nails it. It really captures the heart of this second path. As all the routine analytical stuff gets automated, the skills that are going to make you stand out are your ability to think differently, to connect with people on a real level, and to make complex, nuanced decisions. Okay, now for the pro tip, the secret sauce. The real power move here isn't just picking one path, but actually building a bridge between the two. Imagine this. a philosophy major who also understands AI ethics. That person isn't just a philosopher anymore. They're a desperately needed consultant for the biggest tech companies in the world.
So it kind of feels like we're left with this big binary choice, doesn't it? Do you go all in on tech, or do you double down on humanity?
But as we've just seen, that's a false choice. It's the wrong question to ask. The future doesn't belong to the tech people alone, or to the humanities people alone. No way. The real power, it belongs to those who can stand in both worlds, combining that technical know-how with deep human insight.
So the final question isn't which path should I choose? The question is, what unique combination will you create? How are you going to blend technology with your own unique human talents to build a career that isn't just AI-proof, but is actually AI-empowered? The future, really, is yours to design.